Okay, so we are about to figure out how to rail mount a Starlink unit so that it's more secured onto the boat. I'm going to mount it on one of the rails out back. Hopefully this pole piece of PVC will work, and we're going to go from there, because right now my Starlink is just sitting on my deck. Currently my Starlink is just sitting right here. So the first step is going to be to figure out how this thing even attaches to the mount that we bought. So I'm going to disconnect it, maybe. So this is the Starlink standard dish. Doesn't look like much right now. It's a little dirty. I'm just going to wipe that down. Gotta keep this thing clean. This thing is great, by the way. If anybody is thinking about getting a Starlink for their boat or their RV or whatever, this is the 3rd generation, just standard kit. They're getting cheaper every day. I would highly recommend it. It's definitely worth it. But anyways, the way this thing is rigged is it comes with this little kickstand that pops off somehow. There we go. So we're going to replace it with this. Got for Christmas. Thank you, Sarah. So what this is, Starlink makes it. I think they're like 30 bucks. It is a, drop that, pipe adapter. It goes in where that kickstand just was. Comes with some screws. And we're gonna put it in here. Oh, look at that. That was the easiest thing I've ever done. Yeah. Sweet. So the question is, how do I mount this to the rail? And this is where we're winging it. I picked up this thing for $8. So my plan is I can bolt this through here and then attach this to one of my rails outside. So gotta screw some holes. There we go. 2 holes drilled. Let's hope they're in the right spot, because this may not line up perfectly. Just a little off. Alright, well, I gotta fix this. That was not the easiest thing I've ever done, but they're on. Ooh. Okay, this thing is on there good. So now the last step is just to put this on the rail and plug it all in. Let's do that. It's a beautiful night here. It's about 40. It's been like 6, so it's a whole lot better than it was. Let's put this like that. And tighten that down. Yeah, see, that doesn't wanna. Ooh. That is not as tight as I wanted it to be. Okay, I have the solution. I moved it down here. This is just temporary. I'm gonna zip tie this thing so that it can't rotate out that way. Almost just dropped this GoPro into the ocean. Okay, I'm not sure that this is seaworthy, but I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. It's kind of jank. Maybe I'll try to find another one of these. Mount it here. for now. I mean, it's all right. Here's the wire that it's like the Ethernet Cat 5 whatever, which I mean I already did this a couple months ago. Ran it in through my locker here, and then it goes down inside, and I can show you how it hooks up down there. Yeah, I'm gonna maybe have to fix this before I go sailing again, but for the winter it should hold up okay. So those of you that have never seen how Starlink works, basically there's that gray cable that I fed into the boat outside, and that runs up and into this this is basically the router, and then you got your power supply, which I just keep plugged in here, and then power supply has this on, and then I run an Ethernet cable out to my stuff just to improve my speed. But it's really that simple. It's basically it. You got 2 Ethernet ports, so I can plug something else in. You got your cable from your satellite here, and then the power supply, and that's all there is to it. Maybe one day I'll actually wire this in through the floor or something so that it's not just dangling out. But right now, I mean, it does go through the floor here a bit and then out back there, which, by the way, anyone who's been watching my other videos, holding tank thawed between my electric space heater and the beautiful warm weather today. Still having an issue with the water tank. It's thawed, but my pump is not building pressure, so there may be still an ice block in the lines or something. It's not really something I've worked at today. I have water up at the marina, so it's not a pressing issue. And then to anyone that watched my last video, we got a breaker, so we're gonna install that at some point when I feel like messing with electricity, which I don't feel like doing today. But yeah, I would highly recommend Starlink to anybody that is living on a boat or in a RV. I know that the Starlink like maritime version or whatever it is, I forget what, high performance kit, they keep changing the names of it. It's really expensive, and that is for internet, I guess anywhere in the world, so middle of the ocean and while you're moving. I think you can upgrade your plan on this kit to provide internet while in motion, but while you're sailing, do you really need high-speed internet? Probably not. So for coastal cruisers, liveaboards at a marina, people that aren't moving around too much, this is amazing. Don't rely on a marina Wi-Fi. It gets bogged down, especially in the summers, on the weekends. You got to compete with other people. And I mean, it's the 21st century. It's 2025. Everybody wants high-speed internet. Improve your quality of life. It makes, especially living on a boat alone, a lot more enjoyable. To be able to connect with people and kind of act like you live in a real home. So I would recommend the Starlink. It's pretty affordable. I think I pay $160 a month for unlimited high-speed Wi-Fi. I get around 100 megabytes a second, and it's really easy to set up. I mean, the hardest part of the setup was, which I didn't even film because it was like 6 months ago, was running that wire through the ground and out through the deck. Other than that, I mean, I had it sitting up on my deck for the past 6 months, even sailed with it like that, and that was fine. I just wanted to finally mount it, and you can make your own mounts or whatnot. And I think they sell like a whole kit, but it didn't really need to do that because, I mean, that PVC pipe was like $4, and that little mount I found at a marine surplus store for $8. And the only thing that actually came from Starlink was the metal pole mount thing that came in this box, which there's no price on here. Like I said, it was a Christmas gift, but I think it's like $30. So we'll see how that holds up. So I may end up upgrading it at some point. I'm not sure yet. It might hold up pretty well, but until then, we're gonna rock with that, see how it goes. And I hope this helped anybody that's maybe trying to do the same or is just entertained by what this kind of life is like. Till next time.